welcome to Blue Harvest Toys. On this video I have got a couple of questions from somebody we all know and we all love. Is the Padawan Collector. Yes, he's got 849 subs, so everybody please subscribe to the Padawan Collector. Most of you probably are anyway, but if not, please do if you love vintage Star Wars, and we all love vintage Star Wars figures, don't we? So yeah, he's asked me a couple of questions. I will put all his links in the description, and without further ado, let's go over to Joey.
Hey Mark, what's up? First off, thanks for taking the time to answer my questions. I know that this might help some other collectors out there. So, all right, here goes. Question number one. So as a beginning collector, I have a lot of figures that I have to collect, as you can see back there. So in doing my research, sometimes I'm going in blind, really seeing what the market prices are for some figures, especially when you get to the ones down in the last 17. So the question is, what is your go-to place to find out what current market prices could be?
So yeah, Ed, brilliant question there. Yes, it's always on my mind, vintage Star Wars values, obviously. And what I always use is the Star Wars Tracker. Now this is the website for the Star Wars Tracker, which I don't usually use, but you can do. You can download the app on the App Store or the Google Play. The Windows has an app, but the iMac, which I use, used to have an app, it doesn't anymore. I don't know what happened there, but it's not something I used all the time. I use the iPhone, but you can use the website as well. It gives you a bit of a general idea on all the prices for everything vintage Star Wars. But what I always use is the iPhone app. So I'm just gonna run this. I recorded this earlier. So here is your loose figures collection. You've got all your 96 figures on there, maybe more because there's variants on there as well. And you've got your DT sabers and things like that. But you can go to the last 5 years, the last week, the last 5 years. There's all the licenses that you can pick. So you can pick one, or you can pick as many as you want. They will all come up. They're all the sites that they get the valuations from, and all in all the countries. So it's not just loose figures. I'll go on to what else they do have in there, but just click on one of the icons, pop up lightsaber R2. The average is 292 for the last 5 years. As I say, you can go from week to month to year, whenever. 297 have been sold, and yeah, it's risen in value. You can tell there's graphs in it as well. There's all that kind of thing. So you've got your coins, you've got your play sets, all your play sets. You've got your mini rigs, 12-inch figures, your mocks, which is like the loose figures. So I click on EV99, 17 sold. You can choose which card back you want as well. So if you've got a specific card back, you can just click on that and see how many have been sold, what price have been sold for. So you've got your vehicles, all your vehicles there, every single vehicle. You've got your creatures, and you've got your die-cast ships, and you've even got your micro collection. So it's just a brilliant app for trying to find the values. You can also put your own collection in there. Put your own portfolio in there of your collection. Put in what you paid for it, and then you can go down to the bottom where the lightning button is, press that, and it'll give you a current valuation on that figure. So you know whether it's gone up or whether the value's gone down. But the thing is with the tracker app is it will save you money. It is $30 a year, and I have $5 off if you want to put TSW-25. That's my personal code to get $5 off. So it's about £17 UK money per year. But it does, if you're collecting vintage Star Wars, if you're collecting anything vintage Star Wars, it will save you that money more or less straight away, because you get an idea of what price is for each figure, each vehicle, whatever you're going to buy. Now, you can go to eBay. That is okay. It's not the real world. What you tend to do if you're looking for valuations on eBay is go for sold items, the items that have been sold, and then get general value through that way. That's probably the best way. I mean, there's always experts out there that can tell you. Facebook groups. I know Echo Base have a valuation page as well. Very knowledgeable. You can ask those. There's plenty of groups out there that will let you know, and they won't try and fob you off. Mostly. So yeah, that's what I use a tracker, but there's plenty of different places. Just ask an expert on Facebook, like I said. So thank you for that question. What's your next question?
Okay, and question number 2, and this is something that I'm actually getting into right now, but I haven't done that much research, so maybe you can help me out. All right, so I haven't collected any MOCs except for one that I stumbled upon by accident, and I bought it for like $50. But when I want to start really buying MOCs in the Kenner line, what is your advice to me as a beginning MOC collector? And just due to how expensive that some of those can be, what's a great entry-level MOC that a beginning collector like me should really buy first?
So yes, MOCs, that is a good question. I have been thinking, Joey, I've got a question for you. What are you going to go on to after the loose run? Because you're going to have to keep your channel running. So is it going to be MOCs? If it is, you want to start off. You've got one for under $50 already. That is brilliant. That's a brilliant start. I will always tend to go for cheaper MOCs. It's due to condition. Condition. Depends what condition you want it to be. If you're not bothered about condition, you could probably get most of the cards for under $50, £50, whatever you want to say. But Return of the Jedi cards are what you want to start off with if you want to start off low ball. There was just so many Return of the Jedi cards made. That was due to the waning of the popularity of Star Wars post 1983 when Return of the Jedi had gone out of cinemas. There was no more interest. The line did finish in 1985. Glasslight did it up to 88, but we tend to think of it as 1985 when the Power of the Force figures were sold in junk bins in Woolworths for 50p. But there was such an abundance of the Return of the Jedi cards that you will always find one. At least, there's so many. They made so many of them, thousands out there, and they're still on card. And that's why you probably get them from less than $50, £50. Again, due to condition, it depends what condition. If you are not bothered about a reseal, about a cracked bubble, anything like that, it's same with the Toy Tonys. If you don't know about the Toy Tony, I have got a video on the channel about that. I will link that as well, because that is something that you need to know if you're getting into MOC collecting. You need to know which cards were actually made by Toy Tony. It's an interesting story. It's too long to go through on this video, but as I say, I have made a video on it. Read up about that. You can find that online, Mr. Palatoy, anything like that. Just check that out. It's a really, really interesting story, and it's shocking how long that went on. But that is something that you need to find out if you're going to be a MOC collector. The Star Wars cards, you will tend to be okay with the reseal. If you're looking for like a low grey resealed, no, you can get a low grey, Chief Chirper, Weequay, Klaatu, Jabba Scoons. Apart from the last 17, obviously, they will be quite cheap because there's so many of them. Weequay especially Weequay. Jedi carded figures to start off with. Reseals are when the figure has been taken off the card, out of the bubble, put back in, resealed the bubble onto the card, and that's generally acceptable when it's a rarer figure. Man, none of these figures are rare. None of these figures are rare, apart from something like your DT Sabres, which are very rare. They are probably acceptable as a resale. Check the condition of the bubble. If it's a resale and it's just a card that you can get any day, Admiral Akbar, like mine up there. Mine's got a cracked bubble, but I love that. I love my Admiral Akbar. That's the only carded figure I have. I do tend to not really be bothered about the carded figures. I love them, but it's the loose figures for me. Maybe one day.
And I just want to say again, thanks for taking the time, Mark, to answer my questions. And hopefully this helps out some other people who are watching too. So thanks a lot.
Really, thank you for those questions. They are brilliant. I love talking about vintage Star Wars, as most of you do. If you've got any questions, Joey, if you want to send any more questions over, we'll do it again. Anybody else, just send me questions over, preferably through video, so we can do a video like this, a collaboration video. It'd be brilliant for anybody. Anybody wants to do it, please send me questions over. It's what I love doing, and I just love making content about vintage Star Wars. Simple as that. So thanks, Joey. Please subscribe again, please, to Joey. Fantastic videos, fantastic bloke. Love him. He's on the peg warmers with us every Saturday. And until next time, thank you for watching. And please play with your toys, unless they're mocks. And may the toys be with you.